Okay, what is the meaning of health? What is the health definition? The health is a state of physical, mental and social well-being. If the person is physically and mentally and socially healthy, then we can say the person is healthy. Then what is disease? If there is disturbance in the physiological or psychological process of body, that is called as disease. Okay. Now how these diseases are produced in our body? The diseases are produced due to the help of the germs. Now if the germs enter in our body, then our body is affected with the multiple diseases. So the disease producing germs are called as pathogen. Okay. Now the types of disease, there are mainly two types of disease, that is infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Okay. Now what is infectious disease? This disease is generally spread to the contamination of air, water and other insects or other animals. So these diseases are mainly contaminated by air, water or food. So this is called as infectious disease. What is infectious disease? These are generally spread with the help of air, water, food or insects. Now which types of infectious disease you can see here? We are going to see one by one what are the different types of infectious disease. The first disease is tuberculosis. Okay, pathogen. The germ name is Mycobacterium tuberculei. Okay, what is the mode of nutrition? If the patient is spitting anywhere, then it is contaminated in the air. So disease can spread in the air. And if there is a prolonged contact with the person by sharing the different things of the patient, if you are sharing the different things of the person, you may get affected by this disease. So what are the symptoms of this disease? Chronic cough, bloody spitting. Bloody spitting means when you spit, in that spit, along with the spit, blood is also coming out. Okay. Emaciation and difficulty in breathing. You have difficulty in breathing. You cannot breathe easily. What are the prevention and the treatment? BCG vaccine, isolation of patients, regular medication, light dot. Okay, so treatment is that you should take vaccine and you should take the medicine properly and the person should be hospitalized. Okay, this is about the first infectious disease. Now the next infectious disease is hepatitis. What is hepatitis? The other name for hepatitis is jaundice. What are the pathogens here? Hepatitis virus. One minute. Hepatitis virus is caused by A, B, C, D, E. Okay, there are different types of hepatitis virus. Okay, what is the mode of nutrition? Contaminated water. See, everywhere in infectious disease, you will find that the person is infected due to contaminated water or food. And sharing the needles, blood transfusion. Okay, sharing of needles and blood transfusion is nowadays not means doctors are also paying attention for this, that they are not using the syringe which is first previously used. So these two options are very few chances are there in these two options. What are the symptoms? Anorexia, yellow urine, general weakness, nausea, vomiting, gray stool. Okay, nausea means chakkar aana. Okay, prevention and treatment. You should drink boiled water and proper cleaning of hands. Nowadays, coronavirus is the virus which has affected us. So for past few months, we are at home only and we are continuously washing our hands. So this is one of the good habits for us to prevent from various types of disease. Okay. The next disease is dysentery. Okay. What are the pathogens here? Bacteria, virus, bacillia, entoamebia, histolytica. Okay. Pathogen means these are the germs which are causing disease. Mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition means how they are coming in contact with us. Contaminated food and water. Symptoms. What are the symptoms? Watery stool, pains in your abdomen. You will have some pain in your abdomen. Then prevention and treatment. What are the prevention and treatment? You have to drink boiled water, proper storage of food and ORS consumption. Whenever you have a dysentery problem, doctor advises you to have the ORS consumption because lot of water is thrown out of the body and the water may have body may have scarcity of water. So doctor advise you to have the consumption of ORS. ORS. Okay. The next slide, that is cholera. This is also the disease which is caused by the infectious disease. What is the name of the pathogen? Vibrio cholera bacterium. What is the mode of nutrition? Contaminated food and water. What are the symptoms? Vomiting, severe diarrhea, cramps in your leg. Sometimes you have cramps in your leg. Same symptoms are seen in the cholera also. Okay. Then prevention and treatment. Hygienic practices should be there. Avoid open place food. Nowadays we are eating the home food, so many of those students are not suffering from any type of disease because we are at home, we are safe, we are avoiding the food which is made from outside. So the chances of falling ill are very less due to as we are at home. Drinking boiled water. As rainy season is there, we are always drinking boiled water, and drinking boiled water is one of the prevention from disease. Vaccination against cholera is also there. So if the patient is suffering from this type of disease, so he should get vaccinated. Okay. The next disease is typhoid. Okay, the name of the pathogen is Salmonella typhibacterium. This is the name of the germ. What is the mode of nutrition? Contaminated food and water. What are the symptoms? Anorexia, headache, rash on the abdomen, dysentery, fever up to 104 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. So in this typhoid, the person is having headache, rashes on abdomen. He is also facing with the dysentery problem and he is also having the fever. And the fever is also not less, but it is 104 degree Fahrenheit. So what are the prevention and treatment for the typhoid? Drink clean water, vaccination and proper disposal of sewage. Okay. Now some important diseases that are present in our surrounding. Now you are very familiar about the disease called dengue. Now dengue is the disease which is caused by mosquito. Okay. The mosquito lays egg wherever the water is logged in the places. Wherever the water is there, what happens? The mosquitoes lays their egg and increase the population. Okay. The dengue is generally caused by the is spread by Aedes aegypti. Okay, this is spread by Aedes aegypti. This is the name of the mosquito. This disease is caused by Den1. Okay, two viruses belong to this type. Okay, in dengue, two viruses belonging to this type, that is called as flavivirus. That is called as flavivirus. Now, what are the symptoms of dengue? Acute fever, headache, vomiting, pains in eye socket. Where your eyes is present, there is eye socket. So that eye socket you have a pain. Then the decrease in platelets of the count in your body. Okay, if the platelets are decreased in the body, it may lead to the internal hemorrhage. Okay, and what are the preventive measures? We must see that the water should not be kept in the open place. Wherever the water is locked, at that place we should spread DDT. Okay, the plants which are having dish below it should be checked for water. If the water is collected over that, you should remove it. Okay, then you should have the consumption of boiled water. Okay, everywhere you have seen in the infectious disease, they are advising you to drink the boiled water, and most of the diseases are contaminated to food and water. Dengue is the disease which is caused due to the mosquito. Okay, you can see this is the dengue virus. Okay, now malaria is caused due to the female anopheles, which is, while elephantiasis is caused due to the female culex. Okay, the malaria is caused by the name of the mosquito is anopheles, and elephantiasis is caused due to the female culex. Okay, mostly female mosquitoes bite, whereas male mosquitoes don't bite, and most of the time female mosquitoes are only the cause of disease. Okay, whereas anopheles and aedes grow in the clean water, while culex grow in the dirty water. Okay, these two types of mosquitoes are found in the clean water. Dengue mosquitoes are generally found on the clean water, while the culex is found in the dirty water. The next disease, infectious disease, is swine flu. Now, swine flu is the disease which occurs through the pigs and human. Okay, here you can see that the disease is spread with the help of pig. If now we will see how the disease is spread. Infection name of the disease is swine flu. Infection from the swine flu occurs through the pigs and humans. The viruses of the swine flu spread through the sweat of the infected person. Whenever the person has been infected by swine flu, he is having lot of sweat. If the sweat, through his sweat, the disease can be infected or can be spread from one person to another. It is also spread to the secretion of nose, throat, and saliva. If the person is sneezing or coughing or through his saliva also spitting anywhere, then this disease get contaminated with the air, and the person whoever comes in contact with the air may get affected with this disease. Now, what are the symptoms of swine flu? The person is feeling having difficulty in breathing. He cannot breathe properly, and his throat is also sore and body pains. Okay, there is paining in the throat as well as body pain is also having. Now, the swine flu was reported in Mexico in 2009. So first swine flu was found in Mexico in 2009, and it was caused by the virus influenza A, that is H1N1. The person who came in the contact with the pig can contract this disease. Okay, this is spread by the pigs. Okay. The diagnosis of the swine flu, where you can find the diagnosis of the swine flu. The diagnoses are available in the National Institute of Virology, that is in Pune, and National Institute of Communicable Disease, that is in Delhi. So Pune and Delhi are the two centers where the diagnosis of swine flu is there. Okay, the next disease, infectious disease, is AIDS. What is the full form of AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency disease syndrome. Okay, this disease is caused by the virus named as HIV. HIV's full form is Human Immune Deficiency Virus. Human Immune Deficiency Virus. Okay. Now we will see what are the symptoms in the AIDS. Now this is the disease which cannot be confirmed without the test of the medical laboratories. Means the person has to go, a person has to take some test in the laboratories and this disease is known to that person. So which types of test is used for AIDS? That is ELISA test. This is one of the tests which is used for proper diagnosis. Okay, the symptoms of the AIDS are person specific. Only the person is having, the person who is infected, only he is having this disease. It does not spread due to the touching or sharing the food with the HIV infected person or by the nursing the HIV patient. Okay, now HIV was the first reported in African species of monkey. Okay, and in India the disease is occurred due to the unsafe sexual contact. Okay, in India the disease is caused or occur through the unsafe sexual contacts. So this is about AIDS. Now what is the actual thing happening with the person? The weakness of natural immunity is there in the person. What is the meaning of immunity? Ability to find against the disease. The immunity power in our body gets decreases. So it gets invitation for the diseases to attack the person. In the victim or suffering from this disease is weakening due to the natural immunity. As the person is having less immunity power, so what will happen? His ability to fight against disease will decrease, and so the benefit will be taken by the disease for to attack that person, and the person may suffer with different types of disease such as fever, TB, typhoid, or cancer. Okay, this is the ELISA test which is used for proper diagnosis of AIDS. For AIDS. Okay, then the next disease is rabies. Now you know rabies is occurring due to the bite of the infected dog, rabbit, monkey or cat. So in any one of these animals, if it bites, there may be chances of having rabies. Okay. Now it occur this virus enters in the brain and it disturbs the nervous system. The person who is infected, it affects the neuron. Okay. The hydrophobia is one of the important symptoms of this disease. What is the meaning of hydrophobia? Hydro means water, phobia means fear. So the person who is uh, infected from this rabies, what he will have? He will have fear, extreme fear from water. Whenever he will have see somewhere water, he will have a great fear in him, and this fear for water is called as hydrophobia. This is one of the most important symptoms seen in the patient. Okay, rabies is the fatal disease. However, fatality can be prevented timely vaccination. If the person is having dog bite or any animal has bitten him, so what will happen? The person should immediately go to the doctor and get vaccinated. If he is not going, what will happen? What will happen? The symptoms will start appearing from 90 to 175 days of the dog bite. You will not see the symptoms very early. After 90 days, the symptom will start appearing in the body. Okay. So if anyone comes in contact with the dog bite or any other animal bite, so first of all, most important thing that you should get vaccinated. This is the most important thing that you can prevent yourself. Fever for 2 to 12 weeks. These are the symptoms. If you are not taking vaccination, what you will see the symptoms? That the person is having 2 to 12 weeks fever. exaggeration in the behavior. The person's behavior will also change. And hydrophobia. The person will have fear for water. So these are the symptoms for rabies. Now we have completed with the infectious disease. Now, as we all know that the diseases are of two types, infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Infectious diseases are generally caused due to the contaminated water, food or air or some insects. Okay. Now, what is the definition of the non-infectious disease? These diseases occur through the infection or body contact are called as non-infectious disease. These diseases are not caused due to the contaminated water, food or air. Okay. Then in this non-infectious disease, we have the first disease, that is cancer. Now, as you all know, the cancer is caused due to uncontrolled or abnormal cell growth. If, as you all know, that our body is made up of multiple cells. If there is growth of abnormal cells in our body, that group of cells will convert into cancerous cells, and they may cause malignant tumor in the body. They may cause malignant tumor in the body. What is cancer? Uncontrolled abnormal cell growth. The uncontrolled growth of abnormal cell leads to cancer, and this group of cells is called as malignant tumor. Okay. Now, which type of cancers are caused? The cancer may be of different types and for different organs. So, which organs are affected with the help of cancer? Lungs. Some people may have lung cancer, mouth cancer, tongue cancer, stomach cancer, breast cancer, uterus cancer, skin cancer, and the tissues like blood. Now, these are the different types of cancer that the person may have. Okay. We know, we are very familiar about the cancer, but this disease affect the various organs in our body. So, the cancer may be of lung cancer, mouth cancer, stomach cancer, breast cancer, uterus cancer, or skin cancer. Okay. So, these are different types of cancers. Now, what are the reasons of cancer? Consumption of tobacco or gutka. If the person is consuming tobacco or gutka or smoking or having lot of alcoholism, the person may get affected to this disease. Even if the person is having excessive junk food, may also be one of the reason for cancer. Okay. So, you should avoid these things: consumption of tobacco, gutka, smoking, alcoholism, to avoid, to prevent from cancer. Okay. Then what are the symptoms? Chronic cough, hoarse voice. Hoarse voice means the voice becomes heavy and different voice is heard from. Instead of soft, a rough voice is heard. There is difficulty in swallowing. When you swallow something, what happens? You cannot swallow. You have very difficulty to swallow anything. So these are the symptoms of cancer. Incurable scare and inflammation. Inflammation, lumps in breast, and unexplained weight loss. So there is lot of weight loss. Lumps in breast means clots can be seen in the breast. Okay. Incurable scare means some scares will appear on the body, skin. If the person is suffering from skin cancer, he will have incurable scares and inflammation. Okay. This is about cancer. Okay. The next disease is diabetes. Now, diabetes is caused due to the hormone insulin produced in the pancreas. Now, there is the insulin in our hormones. What it produces? It produces pancreas. And what does it control? It controls the level of sugar in our body. If this insulin is secreted in low quality, if the insulin does not work properly, if it does not functions properly in our body, what will happen? The glucose level will be not controlled. It will be not in the control. And what will happen? The person will suffer from diabetes. So which hormone is important? Insulin hormone is important. What does it do? It produces pancreas. And what does the pancreas do? It controls the level of the sugar in the blood. Okay. Then what are the symptoms? The person who is having diabetes, what are the symptoms seen in him? Frequent urination at night, means at night he will have lot of urination problem. He has to get up, wake up and go for washroom. So he is suffering from the frequent urination at night. Then increase in obesity or weight loss. The person may have obesity. Obesity means weight may be increased or weight may be lost. Okay. Then reasons of diabetes. Heredity. Hereditary means if the family history. For example, if your grandparents are having this disease, if your grandparents are suffering from diabetes, so it may transfer from one generation to another. That is called as heredity. Then obesity, lack of physical exercise and mental stress. Even mental stress is one of the causes for diabetes. If you are not doing exercise, it may be also one of the reason for diabetes. The most important thing is hereditary, from one generation to another generation. Then obesity, and if you are not doing exercise properly, and if you are having mental stress. So this is about diabetes. Now the next disease, that is heart disease. Nowadays heart disease is very rare, and nowadays now and then the news is coming that the person has been dead due to the heart disease. Okay, why this heart disease is caused? Efficiency of heart decreases due to the decrease in blood supply. Means, as you all know, if from all the parts of the body, the blood is supplied to the heart. So if there is decrease in the blood supply, the heart will get less blood and the pumping will also be slowed down. So this may be one of the factor. Then decrease in oxygen and nutrient supply of heart muscles. So if the oxygen or any other nutrient supply is less, has been decreased in our body, that may also lead to heart attack. Okay, heart disease. What this do? There, see, as our heart requires oxygen, blood, and nutrient supply. All these things are supplied from the blood. And any problem is there, what will happen? Heart muscles will get first affected from this. Okay, heart has to perform more work as lead to the stress on it. Okay, so as you all know, most of the work is done by the heart in our body. It may lead to attack. If there is lot of stress on heart, it may lead to attack. If some person have a heart attack, immediately we have to consult to the doctor and the patient should be hospitalized for the proper treatment, because we cannot give home remedies to the such person. If the person who has got heart attack, we have immediately consult to the doctor and we have to hospitalize that person. Now, what are the symptoms? How will you identify the person is suffering from heart disease? There is severe pain in the chest. Okay, the person who is suffering from heart disease will have severe pain in the chest. Even his shoulders, neck, arms will also have pain. There may be cramps in the hand and uneasiness. The person may not feel uneasy, or he will, if he is having, see, generally if we are not feeling well, what happens? We feel uneasy. The same thing, if something is paining in our body, we are not okay with it. So same thing is happening, the patient is not okay with it because he is having some symptoms, something some things are going in the body which are disturbing him. That is called uneasiness. Okay. What are the reasons of the heart attack? Smoking. If the person if the person is smoking a lot, he may have heart attacks. If he is drinking alcohol, that may also be one of the disease. The diabetes patient, if the person is also a diabetic person, that may be also one of the reason for heart disease. Hypertension. Hypertension means if the person is having lot of stress, that may be also one of the reason. Obesity. If the person is healthy and is not performing any type of exercise, that may be also one of the reason. Hereditary. Again, I told you what the word hereditary means. If any person in your family is or any grandparents is suffering from the heart disease, that disease may transfer. The chances are there. Then mental stress. So if the person is having mental stress, that time also heart attack can occur. And anger, the person may have aggression position. He may be angry on every small thing. Okay, so these are the symptoms seen in the person who is suffering from heart disease. You can see if the person is having heart disease, angioplasty is one of the thing. Bypass surgery is there, open heart surgery is there, installation of pacemaker is there, installation of stent is there, and heart transplantation. If you are suffering, if the person is suffering from heart disease, so these types of methods are there to prevent the these are the diagnosis for the person that you have to consult for the doctor for these things. Okay. Then nowadays people are not going, if anything pains, see, you will have some body pain, body ache, or any other things. What do? You immediately take the medicine without the prescription of doctor. So what happens? You take overdose of painkiller. Okay, you, अरे आज मेरा पैर दुख रहा है, आज मेरा हाथ दुख रहा है, तो मैं एक पेन किलर खा लूंगा तो मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगा. So what happens? We are taking the medicine without the prescription of the doctor. Okay, what happens? We are not asking the doctor that we are having certain pains and we are taking some medicine. Directly we go in the medical shops and we take the painkiller and we have it and we have the solution for the pain. But do you know overdose of painkiller what it will damage? It may damage the nervous system or excretory system. Your nervous system or excretory system may damage by excessive doses of medicine of painkiller. If you are taking painkiller every day and without prescription of doctor, it may damage the nervous system or excretory system of the body. Means you are only inviting the disease. You are only inviting the disease. If you are not feeling well, always you have to go to the doctor, have the consulting with the doctor and take the medicine according to the doctor's advice. So you should not take overdose medicines or painkillers without prescription of doctor. Okay. Overdose of antibiotics may lead to nausea, stomach ache, dysentery, white patches on tongue. On the tongue, you will have white patches, stomach will pain, dysentery, the person has to go, will have loose motion, nausea means chakkar aana. So these are the things that the person may suffer due to the overdose of medicine. So the person should not have excessive use of overdose of painkiller. Okay, so if you are not feeling well, it's very good to go to the doctor and take the medicine according to the prescription of doctor. Okay. The next point is blood donation. The blood donation is the most important thing. As you all know that blood cannot be made in the laboratories or any other thing. The blood has to be donated by the person. If one person is donating blood, what will happen? 3 persons are benefited by that blood. 1 unit of blood will benefit to the 3 person at a time. How it will benefit? By RBCs, WBCs and platelets. These are there. These three types are there in 1 unit of blood. That means if you are donating 4 times a year, you are saving 12 persons life. See, generally what happens when accident takes place on the road? Okay, accident takes place on the road and lot of blood is wasted in that accident. So what is needed to the patient? Blood is needed. As we cannot create this blood or nor invent this blood, so who should be the responsible for we the people should be aware and donate the blood. If you are very healthy and you are having very nice weight, hemoglobin is good, so you should uh, go for blood donation. Okay, if you are donating blood, you are saving the life of 3 person. I am not saying that you should go if the person who feels generally that he wants to, he likes to donate blood, so that person may go for blood donation. The things is that the person should be fit for donation and the hemoglobin should also be nice in the person. Okay, so these are the important things. There is a certain age limit, there is a certain weight limit, and hemoglobin is also important in the person. Okay, now lifestyle and disease. Now lifestyle, as we only have changed our lifestyle and routine. We are getting up anytime, we are having our breakfast at any time, we are sleeping for long time, we are not doing yoga, sun, pranayam, physical exercise, we don't have sufficient sleep. When we are sleeping, we late night we are taking the mobile and seeing the uh, videos over it. So what happens? You are not getting sufficient sleep, your body is not active, your body is not performing any type of exercise. So you should do physical exercise too for your body. Okay, to maintain your body you should do physical exercise like pranayam, yoga. These are the most important things that can keep your body healthy and prevent from disease. Okay, now in the lockdown, most of the people were advising that uh, do physical exercise, yoga, pranayam, as you are having lot of time. So what it will do, it will increase the immunity power. It will increase the immunity power means what? It will increase the ability to fight against the disease. So if you are fit, the disease will not come near to you. If you are increasing your immunity power, the disease will stay away from you. And if you are not increasing your immunity power, what will happen? You are giving invitation to all the types of disease. Okay, now vaccination. What is the vaccination? Vaccination is the most important to prevent about infectious disease. As we have studied that infectious disease vaccination is the most important precaution for the disease. So vaccination should be taken and is the most important to prevent from the infectious disease. Then, now these are some of the important days that you should be aware of. 7th April is the World Health Day. 7th April is celebrated as the World Health Day. Then 14th June is celebrated as the World Blood Donation Day. Blood Donation Day. This day is celebrated as the World Blood Donation Day. On this day, there are many organization of blood donation camps are there. You can see there you can go and donate the blood. 29th September, it is the World Heart Day. Okay. Then 14th November is the World Diabetes Day. Okay, this day is celebrated as the World Diabetes Day. Even it is celebrated as the Children's Day also and Parents Day also. Okay, 14th November Children's Day and World diabetes day. Okay. Now